Welcome. Welcome to another EBX discussion. And salute to those who take the time, stop in, listen to a brother. Because if you alive and breathing, guess what? We are back to fight another day. And I'm always thankful for those who take the time, come in and listen to a brother. Because you could have been doing anything. So salute. And I honor my ancestors, or our ancestors. And I honor thy mother, honor thy father, honor thy sister, and honor thy brother. Because this is a family thing. And any of those that may have passed, those that we held dear, may they rest in peace and in power. And may all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. Because got to keep that good energy out there. And we have reached a new level. I don't call it a new year, because that's which we all are. When we're connected, to that great higher supreme being. It's a force that none of us can see. Remember, it's not a he or a she. And that force, that great divine, is with all of us. Even those some try to make their own path in their own way. Remember, folks, that higher, greater supreme being has to say overall. I don't care how we try to change the walker, change this world. That higher force has to say overall. And we have to let our spirit be a bully, righteously in a right way, and always keep pushing. And like I've said, that vow I've made, and a lot of us should make, I vow to my great divine that thy should not ever be distracted by bullshit, and always think of the good things and keep on reaching and teaching no matter what. Because when that great divine speaks, we all should listen, when it comes to vital things in our life. And something I want to touch on about teaching and preaching. Now, you learn from a teacher, you only feel good from a preacher. And I've kind of touched on this before. And the reason why I say this is because what I have experienced, the impact I've gave some people's lives and impact that people have put in my life. Because again, brothers and sisters, when we listen, it's usually when we become the most intelligent. So with that being said, I've listened to different things as I've gotten wiser in one's age, whether it's from my family, it's from brothers and sisters in the world, it could be brothers and sisters online. I'm always open, because I am led. When we are led, like I say, we have to let our spirit be a bully. When we're led by that great divine spirit, we won't let different things deter us, stop us, make us feel some kind of way. We'll sift through the good things. Let that divine lead the way. And when you do that, a lot of things won't even come near you. You don't have to live your life in paranoia or fear or wondering or doubt, or, you listen to, like I say, deflect the fear mongering that we hear sometimes. No, stay within oneself and focus on your family and things that we are able to do in the community. Let nothing make you feel guilty about anything. Remember, we're going into another level. This is not another year. This is another level. And but I have to say, this day and age, this time is definitely different than any other time that I have to say that I have lived in this life. And I'm sure we all can feel it. So this is definitely the time to learn and listen and open up one's pineal gland, soul, heart, body, and take in good things. Because the level we were on before the level we are on now, I do believe a lot of individuals were tested the last level. Remember, I don't say year, I say level, because this is a new level. And every day we wake up, we have the power and we have breath in our body, and we're able to continue raising that level, strengthening that level, in all areas of our lives. Like I say, children, family, ourselves, others that we are connected to. And that's why we let our spirit be a bully. But I'm going to go back to teaching and preaching. Now, can you learn from a preacher? If a preacher is real, from the heart and not taking from the congregation and walking around with jewels and cars and suits. And it should never be like that. If you're a preacher, and I've been in churches and stuff, and I used to be a Christian. So I've experienced these things, and I've also seen things in the past when I come up through that Christian belief system. So I've seen from my own eyes, not every preacher now, but those that aren't real, they know who they are. So, and the congregation to always be doing better than the preacher. It's just my opinion. The preacher everybody should be on the same level, basically. If the preacher is bling blinging, the congregation should be bling blinging. Everybody should be sitting on swole, so to speak. I'm just an example. Everybody should have a nice car. That's how it should be. And if some preachers, not all now, if some preachers would really take this into consideration, it would actually make the church that much more better. Just think about it. Just think if everybody in the church was wealthy and doing good, not just giving all their money to tithes, and it's not really coming back to them. Not that they're giving tithes to get something, but isn't that the whole point of giving tithes, to bless the church and everyone in the church? And when I say everyone, not just some, how they dress or what kind of job they got or what kind of status. Fuck all that. That's the problem. You need to leave all that shit behind. We're in the new now. It's another level. We can't drag that same shit that we had here recently. Remember, I don't say year. Recently, we can't drag that shit into this new level. If we want to keep climbing, little side note, we have to take quiet moments every now and then just to keep oneself refueled and charged and renew one's thinking. That's the only reason we take quiet moments. Not to shield oneself away from the world, well, for a moment, but not to block no one, not to shut anyone out, not to run from nothing, just to keep oneself sustained. So when we come back out, we're like a warrior, brother or sister. Have to take quiet moments every so often to keep ourselves renewed and strong and not being taken back or taken down, or always forging forward like a soldier and soldieress. Salute, because this is another level. We're on another level. Not a new year, another level. I don't look at it like that. And when you're led, when one is led, when we listen to that great divine, when the great divine speaks, you better listen, because the great divine, I don't care what anybody says, do, or try to plot, plan, the great divine has a say overall. And we'll see that time and time again in those that don't take that great divine serious. Now, I spoke a little bit on the preacher. Now, I'm talking about if it's real ones. That's just my opinion and how I think a church would run that much more better. But one's not in a religion. I study spirituality, African spirituality. And I have to be honest, it's helped me better on this walk than any religion ever has. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. I didn't really feel one. I'm sure other brothers and sisters that has awakened has experienced this too. You become more empowered when you listen to thy spirit, not in a selfish way, but, just to keep, like I said, keep oneself sustained. And when you reflect, you think about things, you meditate and think of solutions and ways of bettering oneself and life and those we are connected to. I will always mention people that we are connected to, because I think not all of us now, but I think some of us forget that. And it does matter the thoughts we have, even if we're not around individuals. People don't take spirituality serious. They think it's just something magical you feel, and it's a lot of layers, it's a lot of things that goes in to spirituality, and you never ever stop learning. It's always something new. That's why I say we're on another level. Pay attention to this level. Pay attention to the good things that are getting ready to come, because they're coming. The great divine knows that some of us have suffered righteously, and I always say the great divine loves those that are righteous and got a right heart, because whatever's in our heart, brothers and sisters, that divine, that great universe will draw it right on out, good or bad. people need to keep this in mind. Now, let's talk about teachers. Like I said, I'm going to say it one more time. You learn from a teacher. You only feel good from a preacher. Now, a teacher, a real teacher, and this could be brother or sister, ones that's coming from the heart. And I don't care if they're educated or they're spiritual, because like I've said, all melanated brothers and sisters have a divine gift within. It's just some are tapped in and some are not. We all have a gift. So any brothers and sisters out there that's feeling any kind of doubt, do not doubt. Do not be taken in by others you see that might be a little more spiritual or educated. Learn from them. Embrace it. We got to remember, brothers and sisters, those in the beginning, those that's just starting spirituality. There's always going to be someone that might, have a gift that we don't have. We got to get away from that and stop thinking someone is better than. No, we're all different. No one's better. It's just that we got high levels. We maybe had mid levels. We maybe had low levels. That's how that divine works. That's why the great divine wants us all to communicate. Because what have I said in the past? There's always something one sister has that another sister don't have. Same with the brothers. Always something that one brother has, another brother don't have. That's why it's important to listen to that divine spirit and listen to teachers and not preachers that's just trying to make you feel good and have you jumping up and down. No, you want a teacher that will teach you and impact you and give you tools, advice, suggestions. If they're doing something physical in a positive way, whatever they're doing, it's going to be impactful when it comes from a real like-minded brother or sister that's teaching. So that's what I mean when I say you learn from a teacher, because it's brothers and sisters that I have listened to. I've actually treated it like school, like a class. I take what they say or what they're teaching and write it down. And I still got it written down to this day. I have notebooks of studying that I have done. Because, when you'll be on this walk for a while, and this could be any brother or sister, when you take it serious and you be on this walk for a while, it'll become kind of like school, like spiritual school, because some things you do have to write down. Because, I've like I said in a recent podcast, that's why one goes in a quiet place to keep from getting overloaded, and you want to kind of maintain your thinking and you just got to be careful of the different things that we take into our mind, our body, and our soul, brother or sister, and keep things balanced, keep things in alignment. So, you don't overthink or overreact or, not that we're trying to be perfect or anything. It's just so we don't miss little things about ourselves or others that we are connected to. That's all. So, and you'll probably hear me talk about quiet places from time to time. And it really helps if you're serious on this walk. But like I was getting ready to say, when you've been on this walk for a long time, you will begin to take it serious. Especially if you're passionate, if you're any of these things, you will take this walk serious. If you're a passionate person, if you're a giving person, if you're a loving person, and it really fills you with joy to impact another individual's life in a positive way, brother or sister. That's the kind of things that keep me going. I love being positive, even though there are moments where, we can't be positive all the time, because we in this human body. But again, the longer we're on this walk, the more we study and the more we teach and we listen to other teachers and we begin to learn things. When we're open to learn, life will always be blissful, always. And you'll sidestep so many storms. You won't even talk about it anymore. Haters that you come across, toxic individuals that still haven't got themselves together, they're getting ready to be left behind because, I can see it. Brothers and sisters we're starting to pay attention to the things that are more important, And just before I keep going, I want to talk about, I think it was an artist that passed away here recently. And it really breaks my heart to keep hearing brothers and sisters dying. I mean, kind of anybody dying in general, especially if they had a good heart. But I got to speak of my melanated brothers and sisters because I'm melanated. So anybody died at the beginning of this level, remember I don't say a year, the beginning of this level, may they rest in peace and in power, because I know what it's like to lose someone, and everyone grieves different. We had to get away from this judging shit, this prejudging shit. I am so sick of this judging shit. And people will pretend like they're not judging, but they are, But again, when you're connected to that great divine, let that divine take care of that. That's why I say, don't take things personal. Don't be jealous, hateful, none of that. Let the divine work in our lives. It will work out things in our lives. We just got to step back sometimes and let that force do what it do. And that's what we got to learn. That's why we need to take in this new level that we have approached. We have to let that divine do what it do and let things flow what, ladies and gentlemen? Naturally. It's the most beautiful thing in the world when you just let your life flow naturally. So when the great divine speaks, we better listen, because the divine is speaking now, and it's almost getting where it's not just in our head anymore. The divine is getting close to really showing you how powerful that force is, because one respects it. I respect it because the great divine has pulled me out some impossible, or what I thought was impossible, situations in my life, and I'm sure other brothers and sisters have experienced it. So don't take the great divine for granted, because the great divine, what I always say, always protect the righteous. And I'm sure a lot of you reachers and teachers, salute people in my family, a lot of brothers and sisters, I'm sure has experienced wonderful things from that greater, higher, supreme being, that great divine, and also Mother Nature. So, and thank you for coming to another nature podcast. I told you I do these from time to time. I take my mind away from the noise, and I move the smoke out of the way, and right through the middle, what do I see? Some great brothers and sisters, and a great family. If it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be here. Sometimes I hear different individuals say different things about their families and stuff, which everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I'm not going to take how you feel about your family, and I'm not going to take on your feelings, and I'm not going to feel that way. No, that's just stupid to me. No, I've done things in my life that, my family forgave me for. So, and the position I'm in now is because of my family. So we have to appreciate our family. Pull the good things, fuck all that negative shit. Who gives a fuck? How's that going to benefit us? We pull the good things, individuals, whether it's in our family, brothers and sisters, if they don't want to do right in their life, let them be. When the greater divine speaks, brothers and sisters, listen to that ultimate spirit, because it ain't getting real no more. It is real, and we have to give that higher force much respect, because some of us have almost had near death situations. That's why we should always appreciate life. And trust me, anybody that knows anyone that's had, and I know someone actually that I work with on my job that's had that actually died and came back. That's what make me appreciate life, and anybody that know anybody like that, that's who you need to talk to about that greater higher force, because trust me, they know. Anyone that has had a near-death situation or died and came back, that's who I want to be connected to, because they have seen that other side. They can give you some evidence of what they saw. And, it's a lot of people that have experienced this. So the great divine ain't no mystical thing. It is a higher force out there. And anybody that's melanated has experienced this. I guarantee it, because I have. I can't be the only one that has experienced the power from the higher force. So keep learning from our teachers, and then we become teachers. We're all teachers, especially if we're melanated. Remember, like I said, we all have that divine gift. We all do, especially if we're melanated. We just gotta do things to manifest it and bring it on out. We gotta stop bullshitting. This is a new level. The great divine is trying to show all of us something, but we have to listen, you know. Again, I'll say, we learn from a teacher. We only feel good from a preacher. We need teachers out here. We need things that impact our lives and motivate us and put action in our own lives so we can teach it to our children, significant other, even our families, anyone we come across that want to grow. That's why we have to be a teacher, not just trying to make nobody feel good. We got to get out of that shit. It's good to feel good in a righteous way, but how long is it going to last? That's another thing that's different from a teacher or a preacher. When you learn from a teacher, like I said, it'll last forever. You know, we need things that help us in the present and also make way for the future. So that's why it's important to listen to that great divine, because you can never go wrong when you're listening to that great divine, you know. And I want all of us to have this vow going into this new level. Make this vow to that great divine that we would never be distracted and taken away from what we all started. You know, we all started on this walk to begin with, what we started to do, what we started this fight for, you know. And as we all can see, evil entities are they're scrambling, you know. But those that are righteous, we cool. We straight. You know, we have little challenges here and there, little stupid entities that try to enter our lives, but we laugh at it now. You know, I can see it. I can see it in brothers and sisters out there. We live in cool because we don't have evil things going inside of us. We're not walking around lying. You know, we deal with our issues. We deal with our mistakes. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters that are teaching out here, our life is cool. Because when you're not looking to get over or undermine, or you're not evil, life can be a breeze. It's all up to that individual. That's why we need to listen to the righteous teachers out here, brother or sister. Salute my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. And always and forever, brothers and sisters, if you do nothing else in this life, it would always make things come into fruition. When the great divine speaks, we must listen. I'm telling you, we must listen. That's what's most important going into this new level. And this is just what was in my spirit. You know, haven't spoken a few days because I gotta attend to things that are important. You know, I always say, can't get all wrapped up and mixed and mangled in social media. Be an observer and be a teacher. So that's my thought. You know, those just stay up out there. You know, my great content creators, keep doing your thing. Because a lot of brothers and sisters that I have learned from has helped, as well as my family. You know, I always got to mention my family. Has helped this brother before you, or this soldier before you, become the righteous brother I am. And always willing to keep growing and keep learning. You know, this pineal gland is always open, as which a lot of you are. You know, if you're awakened, your pineal gland is open. So keep loving yourself, keep listening to that great divine, and keep doing things in a righteous, natural way. And you'll never go wrong. And the evil entities around us, yeah, you know, let them do what they do, you know, and we're going to do what we do, my righteous brothers and sisters. Salute. So that's my thought. That's my real thought. It's my spiritual thought. And to all the reachers and teachers, salute. Keep on teaching, keep on growing. And brothers and sisters that took the time to come into another nature podcast / EBX discussion, salute. And I honor your family, and I honor my family, salute. And I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have the ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. One.